Bum bum bum. Dun 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 dun. Sometimes you just allow the theme song to just roll on and on. Good morning, folks. This is the TBS, the True Breakfast Show on 96.1 megahertz on the FM band. This is our business. 20 minutes up to 8 o'clock. Good morning. Welcome to Liberia's biggest breakfast show. In the midst of awe, country first. The love of liberty matters, yeah. Let justice be done to all. Good morning to the 15 counties. Good morning, His Excellency. I want to wish you well this morning. Let's think well for our leader. Good morning to all elected officials. This is the TBS. My name is O'Neill. And this morning, Prophet, we're going to go straight up from Laureate Peace Laureate, Lima Bowie. Yes, she said, we have to be divine the proverb 1 day for Bobby, and she will take 3 days. Yes, gender equality. So, Lima Bowie is the one bringing our proverb this morning. Laureate Peace Laureate, big follower of the True Breakfast Show. Growing up, I often heard evil thinkers are evil doers. This was often said to us for thinking evil and negative thoughts. We are often encouraged as children to think about good things. As I grew older, I've seen scriptures that speak about our thoughts. The one in particular is Philippians. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is good for everyone, anything is excellent or praiseworthy. Think about it, such. Yes, have a wonderful day. Laureate Priest Laureate Lima Bowie with our motivation this morning. Good morning to our southern listeners, and they are growing day by day because of the TBS. My name is O'Neill. This is O'Neill Roberts, Marka Davis. A perfect collaboration. Straight up to the independence. Marka, good morning. Straight to July 26th.
Yes, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Yeah, I just drove straight to July 26th. Yeah.
Good morning, O'Neill, and good morning to all of our folks following us this morning. It's great for us to come here again to serve you breakfast, as we're always doing, 4 days a week.
Yes, 4 days a week.
4 days a
Yes.
So, yes, we are grateful to be here, and thanks to all of you who have joined us this morning, either by Real TV Live or by Troop FM 96.1 across the country. And a special good morning to our people in Grand Bassa County.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I'm always fond of Grand Bassa.
You normally call Bassa now, they regularly.
Yeah. I love Bassa.
Where's she from, Bassa?
Who?
She? Is she from Bassa?
They are from Bassa.
Okay, I see.
No, she's not. She is not from Bassa, but they are from Bassa.
They are from Bassa. They are from Bassa. Damn, you know, my expression there. They are from Bassa. Good morning, Grand Bassa. My give people feed this show for them. Yeah. Sometimes I get tired of my give people. They see where you're one position. Anyway.
Yeah. Good morning. Let me say good morning to Senator Nunkwe this morning. Having her.
Senator Money.
Good morning, Senator. And
good morning to Senator Emmanuel Nuke. Good morning to Kasumu Sila, a very big brother, a big fan of the show.
Do you know how to say good morning, brother? You say Yaunye.
Yaunye.
Whatever you say. Something like that.
Ilagbe. Well, Ilagbe
is what's your name?
Okay. Then what about Paco Miami?
Come, let's eat rice.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, 101.
101, University. Which man is in lost? They won't say, even get it. Yes, so many trending things, 60 minutes up to 8 o'clock. This is the breakfast show. Let's see what we'll have this morning. Derek Cody, keep praying. Your name will come out one of these days on E-Mansion. Don't worry. There is time for everything. And let me say that before Marka do the lineup. The violence started in heaven. Derek Cody did one for you. You've been friend to all of the presidents. If I see you close to Joseph Boca, there's something happened. Derek Cody. Violence, the first violence started in heaven when God sent Lucifer down to earth. Then before then, they'll say, what for you will see your face? No, violence taken by force. They want for you the morning. Yes, let's see what we have.
Yes, Tuesday, February 27, 2024. This morning we will do the health tips. Sorry, we didn't do it yesterday. 3 minutes. David Coty will be here with the health tip this morning. We'll bring you the review of the local dailies in our studio chat this morning. Protests at Western Cluster, Liberia, and B Mountain as well. Wow. The turning position, the PFM laws, looking into it. Yes, like we on the PFM law issue, we touched about it yesterday in connection with the letter written by Representative Kuhn and others. At 8:15 to 8:30 this morning, we will briefly have Life Plus Foundation International. They are hosting a business summit on how to become a successful agro business owner. Dr. Samson will be here again as our guest for just 15 minutes to bring up highlight on the activities of the Life Plus Foundation this morning. That's just in passing.
And at passing through.
Yes, just passing through this morning. And at 8:30 to 9:15 for 45 minutes, we'll have veteran Liberian economist Samuel Jackson here on the show this morning. You cannot afford to miss that interaction on the TBS this morning. After that, we'll bring you sports, entertainment, and commercials brought to you by Orange Liberia, the prime sponsor of the TBS. Again, at 9:15 to 10 o'clock, Martin J. Lawar, media consultant, Office of Senator Prince K. Moy Sr., will be our guest this morning on the last segment of the show. That's the beauty of the TBS. When there are issues, let all sides have their say. Obviously, TBS is not a judge. True FM is not a judge. The public is the judge. So we give them the opportunity this morning to come and make their own case in line with all of these accusations about his interferences, the senator's interferences with appointment and nominations at the executive branch at the level of the presidency. So the team, the media consultant, Martin J. Lawar, will be here with us this morning from the office of Bond County Senator Prince Moy. In the midst of all, country first.
Country first. Yes. So as we bring on the health tape, let me say good morning to Councilor Teo Gongolo, a very good man. Councilor, good morning. Yes. I haven't seen you for a while. Councilor Gongolo, good morning. Let's bring on the health tape with Derek Ernest Coty this morning. Let's see what David have for us this morning. And we'll stay praying that he mentioned one of these days. We'll see David Coty. Good morning, David Ernest Coty.
A politician and also a journalist. You know what you did yesterday when the elected president was on? Look, I will deal with you. And I saw my name. It was there. Some of you were wearing RAM propaganda and they removed it from there. All right. But I will stay with. Now, 7 signs that you will soon have heart attack. If you are one of those who don't care to know whether your heart is working properly or not, then be ready to join the 70 million people who die every year from heart crisis like heart failure, heart attack, and cardiac arrest. In fact, in every minute, 30 people die globally from heart diseases. I did not say in every hour. I didn't say every day. I say in every minute, 30 people die every day from heart attack. Heart-related diseases. Warning signs. Know that you will have heart attack in 1 month or in less than a month when you observe these things. Listen carefully. When you observe these things, don't take it light. Rush to the hospital. The following things I'm about to talk about. It means that when you see them happening in 1 month time or less than a month or a few days, you will have heart attack. Number 1, cold sweat. When you become chilly while sweating, you can imagine you are sweating, but you are cold. It tells your head is cold, your body is cold. When you see that happening, go to the hospital. Number 2, paleness. That is an unusual lightness of the skin color. When you see your skin color getting light, don't be bluffing and say you're a white woman now or you're a white man. Go check the hospital. Number 3, fatigue. When you feel overtired and when you have a strong desire to sleep, it is not a good sign. Short breath. That's number four. Shortness of breath. Number five, joy pain, particularly on the left side. Your jaw. When you start to feel pain in your jaw, especially on the left side, be careful. Digestive discomfort is another one you need to look at. The next one, number five, back pain. Now, let me make this clear quickly before I go further. All of these problems may not be related to heart problem. It could be other purposes. For example, the back pain. I must say I have a back pain. But when I went to do my general checkup, after the x-ray, I was told that it was not a disease, but it was age related. I'm already 70. Well, I hope the girls are not listening this morning. So it's not actually an illness, but it's because of age. That's why I've always told you don't just keep taking tablet, every little thing. No, destroy your liver. Number seven, which is the last one, dizziness. When you have change in balance or your head is spinning, don't take it light. Check the hospital. Your heart is one of the five organs that are vital for survival. I've told you from time to time you have 78 organs in your body, but five of them are vital for survival. Without them, you cannot live. I named it the other day and I explained about them. But for example, my man, wait, give me here. For example, your eye is an organ, it's important. But if you play with your eye, you don't take it away, you get blind, you will still live. You'll move around. You'll only be embarrassed, but not with the heart. You will die. All right. Now, remember this. Stop drinking cold water right after eating, especially icy cold water. Oh, no, it is not good. It will slow down your digestion and it makes it harder for the body to absorb the nutrients from the food you eat. Room temperature is good. If possible, drink warm water. But cold water, ice cold water, is enjoyable, but it is not good. It will slow down your digestion and give you problem in the stomach. Thank you very much and have a good day. My name coming out today.
Okay. Yes. All right. Great. Your
Yeah,
name coming out today. I'll admit
we are following.
But look, yes, we're following. Yeah, it's say name coming out today. Anyway, thank you so much, Derek Ernest Cote, with our health tip right here on the True Breakfast Show 96. But well, let's bring you just few of the local dealers. Not many we have in our possession, so we'll just bring you one or two as a regular tradition on the True Breakfast Show. What's making news from the print media quickly? Okay, so let's start out with the Heritage newspaper on a review of the local dealers right here on the True Breakfast Show. The front page of the Heritage greeted hunters hijacking JMB project. This story is tough. Greeted hunters hijacking Joseph Boyka project. As sources of rescue mission threatened, JMB is smiling the president's in a smiling mood. On the front page of the Heritage, graphic copy and read the rest of the story. Why several are scrapped of 10 new positions. President legal advisor provide more details. So some will not be compensated. Okay. I'm seeing Councilor Kietia is on the front page of the Heritage. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story. Let's go to the back page quickly. Open LBS door to all actors. Mika Boss designate tell Librarian Senate. Yes, Jeremy Pierre, who have lost from the media scene for a very long time, is the information boss. Anyway, yes, ends the review.
Yes, so we come to the Hot Pepper newspaper. NAFA boss requests executive to set up independent committee. Wow. The photograph of Emma Glasgow here in a joint meeting with some members of the legislature. A banner headline on the Hot Pepper newspaper, the front page. Judy Andy to go to ECOWAS Code if. Wow, the culture ambassador also on the front page of the Hot Pepper newspaper. The sub-lead story on the back page of the Hot Pepper, Foucault to initiate impeachment proceedings against President Boakai. The District 9 representative Frank Foucault on the back page of the Hot Pepper newspaper. VP Kun declares asset. Vice President Jeremiah Kun also there, captured on the back page of the Hot Pepper newspaper. And this story says budget takes Boakai's arrest agenda gave budget to Margibi Basa citizens. Well, there's an organization called Budget. It takes Boakai's arrest agenda, government budget to Margibi Basa and other counties. So that's the review of the hot paper newspaper. So take the next paper.
Yes, I'll the last tab because of time. So
Yeah.
the last tab is from the Life for All, the New Republic newspaper, the front page of the New Republic. Kids become breadwinners. No education forced to lead PWD to fresh food daily. Wow, it's on the front page. I'm seeing some blind kids. They have been captured on the front page of the New Republic. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story. Channel Union admits what? And I'm seeing the head of Channel Union has been captured on the front page of the New Republic. Sue announces unspecified action if the Vanguard Student Unification Movement has also been captured. They are backing it. Let's go to the back page. What the back page have? APN terminals on spotlight. Evergreen Agro Enterprise Laws President Joseph Boyka ends the review from the local dailies here this morning. Yes, this is the True Breakfast Show. I want to say good morning to all of you. We'll stress of time, but we're going to manage our expectation of it.
Yeah.
Ain't easy. So I was driving, and as you are trying to close out with the news, so this news just coming in, I said, what kind of breaking news am I going to bring it? After hearing all of the headlines.
Yeah, the reason it was breaking because Appleton was going to head the
the
board of Noka.
Noka.
Yeah, Appleton.
Damn it. Board chairman.
Yeah.
Appleton.
Yes.
The surprise man.
Yes.
He supported the rescue mission. So he's now surfaced at Luca.
The man who got vote across the country, everywhere. Appleton.
Appleton. So he's the board chairman of Noka, the oil company.
Yes.
Great. Yes, anyway, but we'll have to manage the time this morning. This issue of the 10 position is the biggest thing. But before that, Western Cluster on yesterday, the workers themselves decide to protest. Again, we've been saying this. The worker took on to demands. The management have to come down and set up with a round table. I'm asking all of the lawmakers, similar thing that was done in Bonn with China Union. For the family took the lead, right? And make sure he cited the people. So we want a similar thing with Western Cluster. Every now and then, we're bringing this one company up to the spotlight. So the worker on yesterday at Western Cluster decided to protest. So the management came down to resolve it some way. Even at B Mountains, B Mountains have been off the light for a very long time. There's a major planned protest at B Mountains. We'll bring you more details on tomorrow going forward. B Mountains, I've been receiving lots of calls. In fact, the guys they even added me in the chat room. They are workers. Oh, yeah. So when the media raised this issue, the lawmakers, as part of your oversight responsibility, there is an issue. Maybe these people are not going by the NDA agreement. Bring them to the round table and ask them these hard questions. Yes. Then this issue of the tenure position, it is good that we test the court system, right? The Supreme Court on the Governance Commission.
A lot of people are testing the code already.
It's good.
Even the National Identification Registry in Battle Boss has also gone to court.
Andrew Peters. Yeah. It's good. Let's test the justices. Good morning to Chief Justice Hiana, Yusuf Kaba, all of you. Good morning to all of you. It's good. When we have issue, where do we run? What do we look to? Let's go to the court. The higher decision body is the Supreme Court. So I'm seeing most people saying Joseph Boyka, 40 years of experience. Why will he temper with these people turning position? So if the people do have issue, where do we run to? Let's go to the court. And the court will settle it for us. So all of the Rigman rules, that 148 names that was supposed to be released on yesterday, I think a few years came out. Yeah, I've been going to push that one. Say, let it come outside. Again, boss, boom. Yeah, man. Let's see what's up for the PFM.
Yes, so again, yesterday, like we mentioned, there is a communication that was written to the House by representatives for the family, Anthony Williams, and as well as Representative Kuhn. In that letter, the point of contention is that the central bank loaned about $80 million to the government of Liberia to actually pay salaries for November and December of last year. They claimed that was in violation of the PFM law. But in that letter, they cited a paragraph in an entire section of the PFM law, which they said was violated. But again, like I clearly stated yesterday, some of the provisions of that law, it gives the finance minister the authority to approve loans and to the government. That process was exhausted and that was done. But again, a portion of the Banks Act gave the Board of Governors the authority to also approve through a resolution loan that can be given out to the government, but the condition there is that it should not exceed 10% of the ordinary revenues over 2 fiscal years.
Okay.
So the
It
80
shouldn't
million
go
in question,
more than 10%.
yes.
Okay.
So the 80 million in question did not reach that amount. So the issue here, the point of contention here is that the bank acted on a letter written to them by the president that stated that there was issue or instances that raised security issues, especially after the election. There were contentions and other things. When he conceded defeat, there were, other statements coming from all over. So he felt that, well, it is important. Once we having these issues and salaries are not paid, it's possible that it can trigger conflict. So it is important that we get money to do the salary payment. That was exactly what was done. But the point is that the lawmakers are saying, for the fact that the legislature did not approve that loan, it means that it was violation. But there are instances where the legislature does not have to approve the loan. But if the legislature also has to approve, that proposal or bill to be approved should be submitted by the finance minister, not the central bank. Okay. So any attempt for the central bank to submit such request to the legislature, they will be usurping the function of the finance minister. So if there is anything or if there's anyone to be held in this case, it should be the former finance minister. However, they lost, as we read some provisions yesterday, gave the central bank also the authority, like I said initially, the Board of Governors to approve loan through a resolution, which happened. So, and if there's any conflict with the PFM law and the Banks Act, the law states that the Bank Act take prevalence. It will prevail over the PFM law. So the point of conclusion there is that, there's no violation of the laws. It was just a paragraph that the lawmakers rely on and wrote the plenary. The leadership of the House. So I think the lawmakers on Rokun and the rest of the team, should read the details of the law. Just taking a paragraph on an entire section to be a reliance for a complaint, I think they didn't do too well. They have to. So I think this issue should be laid to rest. The thing is that the bank did not take the money to give it in cash to any government official or to the president. It was actually used as a loan for salary payment. And so the fact is that once the budget is approved, the funds are going to be replaced. So I think this issue should not be something to hold and pull, because looking at the communication from the president to the central bank and the resolution raised by the Board of Governors, the line with the president's communication, the former president's communication. So if there's any probe into that, well, paragraph in an entire section of the PFM law. Yeah. So that's it. We will. So,
I tried reaching out. Richard Kuhn.
Yeah.
Yes. He might appear with us.
Okay. No problem.
Yes. Let's. He had an exclusive interview with the president, Joseph Boykai.
Okay.
Interview was strictly about the War Crimes Court.
Okay.
And we all know Alan White from Charles Taylor, from Sierra Leone Court back to back. He's been behind this War Crime Court. And that interview was 4 minutes, 38 seconds. Alan White and Joseph Boykai. And the president reaffirmed his commitment about the War and Economic Crimes Court. Yes, those of you who miss it out, you can go online and watch the interview. Maybe we'll play the audio later on.
Okay.
Yes, but let's pick a few calls up on the show this morning. 0770-153-265 on the issue band discuss
Yes.
the tenure position in the PFM law.
Yeah, 0770-202-579, 0770-202-579. Let's take this first caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka, and good morning, O'Neill. Let me appreciate you guys for the energy this morning to serve your people. I'm Daniel Johnson from Herbal Firestone. In regards to the tenure position, we are talking to the president to do the lawful thing. While it is true that some of those people serving in those position abuse the position by wearing party regalia, campaigning for a specific political party, but it is prudent that we use the law on them. If you use the law, the legal mean, I think it will be prudent. And we hope that our president will listen, that he has set up a committee to do a thorough investigation so that the needed step can be taken. Thank you all.
Okay.
Thank you. Good morning. Oh, no.
Let you go. We'll let you go.
We can't do that.
Move from the morning.
I want to visit yourself the same time. Good morning.
Good morning, O'Neill and Marka.
Good morning.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be sharing with your breakfast this morning. I'm Emmanuel M. Tupper Jr., and I join your conversation for an office of the Intellectual Plan of District number 14. Let me say good morning to my friend following your show. Well, O'Neill and Marka, thank you for the platform. You know, I hope the president listening, President Marka listening, because we are a democratic country. We are a democratic country, and I believe President Marka was elected, democratically by the Liberian people to uphold the rule of law. And I also believe that the rule of law is one of the pillars in his arrest. I didn't support Mr. Fuaka. I don't believe in his governance. But then, he's the president of this country. It is very, very important that you follow the rules of law. By appointing people in training positions, I think it is a violation of our constitution. It's a blatant violation of our constitution. And we don't want to have a growing dictator in our country. The president should not be a dictator, and also so we are calling on him to respect the rule of law. If those people who are in training position, you believe they violated any of their institutional code of conduct, I think the president should use the rule of law, because President we had when he came to power in 2018, he thought of removing training position O'Neill, but then he should have done it legally. But the United Party campaign, the convert against it, is denigrated, they call it all sorts of names. Up to now, that instrument is still with the Senate. They never had a conference committee. Now, President Buhari, this thing, why can't you follow the legal procedure? All in the appointed people very soon, only a matter because I leave the land. The Supreme Court of this country will be flooded with cases of those people that the president had appointed people who was reflected. And the government is directed, President Buhari will not have a stable government. So we like his government we want to succeed. So we hope we can follow this procedure. Thank you, bro.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Daniel Brown, calling from Banana.
Go ahead, Daniel.
Well, I want to do something about it. It's been
Oh, your line is so bad.
I mean, the line is terrible.
I don't know whether I'm getting you, but I think it was
terrible.
The former president requested for, I think, payment of salaries merely for 2 months, which it was capturing the communication also written by the lawmakers.
Morning.
Good morning, Legend O'Neill Robert. And let me say good morning to Marka. This is activist McCain Renner. And I do join you this morning from CU, the biggest election center. Legend Marka and O'Neill. Let me say this category clear. There have been some missteps by the past government. I remember the reason why in the first 3 to 4 years, the ladies at the time were in the better darkness. Vast majority of ladies working at the time were not recognized by the international partners. They were because the dead president, we are at the time, one of my the rules and regulations of ladies
Okay.
In conclusion, I want to ask the government to make it possible to keep a clean national record for the people moving forward. Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay. Yeah, so before Marka, you pick up the call, the National Transit Authority, you don't have my black there, right? The NTA looks like a real garage. Yes, the National Transit Authority, with my observation, is what the MCC truck, like a parking lot, the NTA looks like a real garage, or first class garage. That's how the NTA looks like. Yes, speak up. Yes, sorry.
Yes, let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Thank you, Marka. Good morning. And let me say good morning to your colleagues, Ode Driver. This is the voice of Prince Kulake. Marka, thanks for the Supreme Court. The program, the Supreme Court will have their hearing. They have already called for a conference call between the government and that of those people that serving the turning position. They were the cause of some of us, the issue of attaining position, an individual for an individual to be replaced, it should be for a cause. But if you come out to appoint someone to attaining position, knowing fully well that there is a person serving that position, it looks somehow conflicting. So Ambassador Joseph Iman Boakar and his legal team, according to what we have gathered in the news, there will be a conference call because some of us feel that no one should be witch hunted. If the person is to be replaced, though there were a lot of violations when it comes to people that are serving the turning position. But before having them replaced, it should be for a justifiable cause, and the cause should be something that will be established.
Okay.
So it is something that we look up to the hearing, and we feel that the Supreme Court will do the needful thing. Thanks.
Okay. Emmett, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Marka, and good morning, O'Neill. My name is Emmett Hammond, and calling with Car City this morning. Marka, let me appreciate this morning on the turning issue, how to do with turning position. In read Article 5.1, I talk about political participation of government official, and get the rules, I do campaign and do all of things, everything. And once you are found in the turning position, it is the equivalent of the president or whosoever to dismiss. But then being to call or to usually now who are found something like you fell with yourself, the question was found in the condition, then why you resign. But what we put is 5 7 committee issue to go in totally and investigate and submit to the president because now the president has worked for the 2 year experience. All right. Thank you so much for giving me the time this morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Maurice calling from Monrovia.
Okay. Can you please lower the volume of your monitor?
Okay, is it okay now?
Yes, let's hear you.
Okay. I think that rent need to lower their expectations when it comes to these appointments and training positions. In the first place, we should all understand that we have laws on the books. That which has to do with code of conduct. The code of conduct is about public officials, and it should guide you as to what to get involved with. It should guide you that when you walk the street as a public official, you don't just urinate anyway. That's the first thing. When you didn't talk about going to camp by while you are in training position. You are already in a training position. Your government counts that will be compared to keep the feet of whosoever is there. So all you do, you abide by the law. These things, camp lighting, wearing certificated.
So
the government commission.
Okay, so let me put this to you. Others also believe that the code of conduct had not been effective over the time because in the first place, since the passage of that law, the office of the ombudsman has never been set up. So its enforcement has been weak. That's what they are saying.
Yes, they have been applied over the years. People have suffered. They have been applied. People were denied of contesting election because of the code of conduct. So what are we saying here? You cannot eat your cake and have it.
Okay.
All right.
You cannot eat your cake and have it. So people should understand this thing. If you are a public official, you in a charging position, mind yourself. Mind yourself.
No.
Don't cry, whoop. The woman is proceeding. And let us give the government chance for it to be four. We can even give them 1 year. Okay, this is the ending stage of our country. Let us stop wishing bad for our country.
All right, thank you. Thank you. We'll do 1 minute. Yes.
Thank you, Chief.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, this is the Breakfast Show 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. And
So, only please let me read this person's. Maybe
Okay.
the person is
Okay.
not near to call. So they said, my take on the turning position. It will be best the laws be revisited, and the law governing it be revisited. Let it be 6 years, along with the president's turning. Every president appoint their own. When the president leaves, all of them go. When the president stays, all of them stay. So this is
Okay.
one of our silent listeners. I know they're trying to break silent now.
Yeah, so
A better boy right
okay.
this morning and said that it should be 6 years.
When the president going,
Yeah,
okay.
you and your own team, your go.
Yeah, I think it makes
it makes sense.
it makes sense. But now I play Richard now. It'll be after this one.
Yeah.
So Dr. Sampson from Life Plus is here.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna do him for the next 15 minutes. Yes, great. Then at 8:35 we'll have veteran economist Samuel Jackson. Yes. Samuel is bringing his glove. We're going to do real boxing this morning. Sam Jackson. Yeah, so let's bring on Life Plus International. He's 2 minutes late. Thanks so much for your calls. This is the Breakfast Show. Good morning to you. You're not screaming to the microphone. How you doing? Okay. So the reason why he's back again, so just introduce yourself now. Then I'll tell the public why this invitation for the second time. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Good morning, my dear listeners out there. My name is Dr. Samson Adeniran, the President General of Life Plus Foundation International. It is an organization that started 5 years ago in Nigeria. And today, we have empowered a lot of people in the area of agriculture, because we look at it that agriculture is where we have comparative advantage as a continent. This is where we are richly blessed by God as a nation. And the founders of this organization are a group of successful farmers coming together as dream helpers. These people believe that the essence of life is to be a plus to another life. And since the inception of Life Plus Foundation International, we have physical presence. We are duly registered in 7 African nations: in Cameroon, Togo, Ghana, Liberia. Now we are here in Liberia, duly registered. Our office is at Dupo Road Market. This is where we have our headquarters. So a lot of people have visited our office. They have enrolled because we are taking agriculture to the next level.
What do you do for them? I mean, since the interview, in terms of the feedback, I heard that more farmers was very interested with this Life Plus. With I mean, what are you about to give them in the full package? What's the feedback you got so far?
Thank you. The feedback has been amazing. It's been awesome. That is why I'm here again and again and again. It's been awesome. In fact, next month, March 14, 15, 16, we are going to kickstart our practical training. A lot of people have come around. Why are we inviting people? You can't take part in an exam you did not enroll for. You can't take part in a training you did not enroll for. We want to know how many people are interested in poultry, grass cutter rearing, piggery, snake farming. How many people are interested in mushroom farming? These are simple things anyone can go into and make daily income, monthly income. Profit is always better than wages. Profit is always better than wages. These are things people can do and make a living. So agriculture is where we are richly blessed by God as a nation. We want to take it to the next level. We know we have farmers in this country, but we can go beyond that. Civilization has set in. All these things, we are training people using modern day techniques, because the way our forefathers rear pigs in those days is different from the way they rear pigs nowadays.
So let's make this very clear now. Someone is listening out to you via radio, and You know, with our soil very rich, even at the backyard, you can plant anything will grow. That's the kind of soil Liberia do have. A very blessed country. But someone is listening up to you, and they don't have the physical capital, you know. And so yes, I'm hearing Dr. Sampson. Yes, how is Life Plus? Can you put up on help? Yes.
You just mentioned one of the advantage, one of the benefit in Life Plus. Life Plus have 8 major benefits. That is why we are inviting people.
8 major benefits. Okay, let's hear you.
But now, let me clarify something here. Sir, every poor man you see on the road, they are not poor because they don't have money. They are poor because they don't have idea. Yes, sir. So, people need to come and have the idea.
You say they are poor because they don't have an idea, not because you don't have money.
Don't have money.
Okay.
So this is what we are putting on the table for people that comes around. You need to come and see the possibilities, how you can do it. So benefit number 1 in Life Plus is practical training. Everybody will be impacted with knowledge about whatever vocation they choose. And secondly, mentorship. We mentor them. We help them to set up their farm. For you to succeed in poultry business, mushroom farming, you need a mentor. You need a professional tutelage. And that is why, because if you don't have anybody that inspire you in business, you get inspired easily. So people need to be mentored. And number 3 benefit, we connect you with the right market, both locally and internationally. The headache of where do I sell this grass cutter? Where do I sell this snail? Who will buy this mushroom is no longer there. And number 4 benefit, we give you an access to startup capital. When people come, they will understand, they will see terms and conditions. And that is why when you are judging,
you get something to start up.
Yeah. So when you are judging from distance, you may judge wrong. You need to come near. You need to come and see things for yourself. I believe I don't need to tell you what is good. When you see what is good, you know it yourself. That is why I'm inviting you. No man will see a program that we add pluses to his or her life without recognizing it at a glance. That is why we are inviting people. You may doubt what you hear on radio. You can't doubt what you see. Nobody ever doubt proof. I have proof to show people what we have achieved in other country. You are going to see what we have achieved in other country. So if it was in other country, then definitely it will work here. It's a system. What we have done in other country, we didn't go to all these countries just the same day. No, we started with one. So when we have recorded the needed success in that country, we move to the second one. Now Liberia is the 8th African nation where we are presently, and we are still moving. Once Liberia system and structure is in place, the business can run on its own, then we are good to go. So this is why we are inviting people. Today we have 2 sessions as usual. The first session starts by 12 and the second session starts by 4 p.m. If you are working class people, by 4 p.m., you should be able to come around. Who am I expecting to come? Number 1, the working class people, because by nature, salary is not always enough. Every working class people need a backup plan. You need a plan B source of income because there is no job security anywhere. You need to be financially secured. So come around. If you go into snail farming, the demand is huge. Snail farming does not disturb your normal job. In the morning when you dress up and you are going to your office, snails are under the leaves sleeping because they are nocturnal animals. They don't disturb you. You can't see snails during the day walking around. They only need your attention at night. So the equation is balanced. You want to go into mushroom farming, what do? Just water it and off you go in the morning. And in the evening before you go to bed, water it. And after 20 days, mushroom begin to fruit and something is coming. Every life need a plus. Every being need a plus. And this is the right plus coming at the right time. Please come around. First session start by 12. Afternoon session start by 4 p.m. Our office just locate Dupo Road Market. Everybody know that market. Shortly after that market, you will see a story building. Only story building by your right. On that building, you will see Indian Pharmacy. Directly opposite that building, that is where you see a compound where we have plenty keke plaque inside the compound. We are the one that occupy the first floor. You will see our banner there, very bold and conspicuous. So please, when you are coming, our seminar materials that contain all our training modules and membership application form, information sheet that you are going to fill and indicate your career choice, you are going to come with $5. $5 is what is going to cost you to get those materials. They are very important. So please, information is power. Who knows? This might just be all you need for all your need this year. Nobody knows.
Okay.
Just be all you need for all your need. Please come around, tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a church member, parents. It is high time you have your son, your daughter who just graduated. You are still the one feeding your daughter under the umbrella of a defined work. He never get work. If white collar job is not available, this is green collar job opportunity.
As I said, you're full of parables. I mean, the real African proverbs. Anyway, yes, any cell phone number you want to announce, someone is listening up to you. So yes.
An inquiry, you can reach us on these two phone numbers: 088 02 39 155. Again, 088 02 39 155. And alternatively, you can reach us on 0777 22 7258. I take that again. 0777 22 7258. Those are the numbers you are to call. Dear listeners, anybody can fall off a ladder by accident, but nobody ever climb a ladder by accident. It takes conscious efforts to succeed in life. This opportunity has become an answer to the prayer of many in 7 African countries. That is why I am here, bold, because I know this is a system. Anything that works in Ghana, works in Togo, works in South Africa. I remember 5 months ago, I was in Lubumbashi, Democratic Republic of Congo, and I see the rate of acceptance is overwhelming. So it's a system. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4 in any country, in any nation. 2 plus 2 is always 4. So it's a system that is already working. Why won't it work for you? You need somebody to take you to that desired level. Every man need a dream helper. Every woman need a dream helper. And this might just be what you have been waiting for. Come around today. Come and see things for yourself. You can't be too busy not to have time for something that have the capacity to add value to your life. That is why I am inviting you. Either for first session, 12 noon today, or 4 p.m. in the evening.
Okay. Yeah, so let's see if we can squeeze a few calls up. Yes, if we can do so. Yes, Dr. Simpsons from Life Plus International, Life Plus Foundation International. I guess you've been following 0770-153-265.
0770-202-579. 0770-202-579. Let me take this first caller. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Go ahead. No, we're talking different thing here now.
Yes, the feedback. Yes.
We're discussing Life Plus right now. The
business sector. Yes. Liberian politics is like 5 and 6.
Everybody an expert. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka, and good morning, Ole, and the team in studio there.
Good morning.
So I want to ask the gentleman in studio, the dad in studio, a question. There was one Dr. Ben who came to Liberty Radio in Fiamma. He talked a lot and people pay money, and today he escaped this country. And then D.R. Oyineke bought a church and sold it and left this country. A Nigerian man coming calling, he's a doctor degree, he got this life plus this, that. How can we trust you?
Okay.
How can you be trusted?
Intense. Okay.
That's good. Trust.
Move on the monitor. Yeah, man. Yeah. Let's see if we can just squeeze two more because our guests already. Yeah, let's speak to the last person on the truth.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
This is the voice of CC Y Gifford Jr. I call you for Johnsonville.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. I listened to the answer. He delivered it well. Africa, one thing I took from him is I love, believing everything, I love the proverbs. There are a lot of proverbs used that actually can, but Africa is a little opportunity. We can use agriculture and, and be sustainable in our, sustainable. So, I took a number and I will call. I'm interested, especially within the snake farming.
Which one the farming?
The snake. You talk about that. You mentioned about that.
Yeah, I've been hearing the snake farming. A lot of farm. I really want to go. I'll be paying money to go on that farm and go see. Yeah. Okay, my brother. Yeah. So that you can close up. That are you there? Yeah. Yes, just close up. Maybe you can answer the guy who talk about trust.
About trust.
Yes.
So this is what I tell people. Anywhere you see photocopy, there's original somewhere. Without original, there can be a photocopy. I want to tell the general public, we are training people. We are an empowerment organization. So when you come, our empowerment project starts from 14, 15, and 16th of March. That is, we have programmed it. All our leaders are aware of this. So if we are genuine, if we are not, this is just 2 weeks from now. We just came in, we just got an office. When you come to our office at Dupo Road Market, you will know that this organization is here for real. We are here to stay. So that is why I am here in person as the President General of the organization. We have leaders already. Please, just don't judge from distance. Don't close your mind from afar off. Please, you can come around. In every country, there are good people and there are bad people. In Nigeria, we have good people, we have bad people. In Liberia, we have bad people, we have good people. So don't generalize, sir. So this is, I just want to appeal to you. You need to come around to see things for yourself, and I'm sure you will be more than motivated.
Okay. Well, thank you. That's all the time with God. Yes, to be with you. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so let's take this short break and bring on our next segment guest here on the TBS.
Whoa, that little football stomach.
Since when you start liking football business?
Oh, that orange squall.
I would like to fund my account at any time, even here.
Right here, right now.
Here too!
Without moving an inch.
Here would be just perfect.
Henceforth, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account and vice versa directly from your mobile phone. A simple and fast solution that is always available to ensure a permanent access to your Orange Money services. Anywhere, anytime, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account from your mobile phone to cash out, to recharge, to transfer, to pay, to buy. To subscribe to this service, go to your bank branch office partner to the Orange Money service. It's all about what matters to you. Orange.
I would like to fund my account at any time, even here.
Right here.
In our lineup, we have with us this morning veteran Liberian economist Samuel Jackson, and seated right with O'Neill Ravels in Studio 2. And we just crossed over to start this conversation because, yes, time. O'Neill, it's over to you.
Thank you so much, Marka. This is the Breakfast Show. Thanks so much for those of you watching us online. We have veteran economist. He's one person whenever he is an invitation, always showing up. But it's great to have him live, sharing breakfast on the TBS. My name is O'Neill along with Marka. Good morning to you, Sam Jackson. How you doing?
Good morning, sir. I'm very happy to be here, O'Neill. I see that you guys did some renovation and sprucing up of the facilities. So I'm very pleased with that. I want to tell Musa thank you. And I'm just very happy to be back home. I've been gone for the last 4 months back and forth, and now we back in Liberia see the adjustment to a new administration, and let's see what happens over the next several days, weeks, months, and years.
Okay, so if I care to get you back a little bit, can you give a clear reflection last year? How was the election? What does it mean for our country? How was smooth transition? All of it.
Well, I mean, it's clear that President Marka has a clear mandate. From the figures, it does appear that the nation is almost evenly split, but those 20,000 plus votes mean he has a mandate, and it does appear that he's been given the opportunity from the broad majority of Liberians in terms of he has a goodwill. People are wishing him well, and I hope he get started on an agenda as quickly as possible. Let's see what happens in the first 100 days, what kind of policies and what have you. But like going back to the election, the election was free, fair, and transparent, and we have a winner. This is our third orderly transition in our democratic dispensation, so we should pat ourselves on the back for that. I think we've done extremely well. Probably the most liberal democracy in West Africa so far, with all the problems in Niger, Burkina Faso, and Guinea and other countries with the military coup, but we continue to have orderly democratic governance. Liberia seems to be carrying the flag of democracy within our region.
It means a lot for our country out there.
Absolutely. I mean, in terms of being in the comedy of nations, like the Liberian passport, it has more respect to gain. Liberians are involved in international organizations around the world, and we are very active in ECOWAS. We're active in the AU, active within the Mountain River Union, active within a lot of international organizations. So I think we can pat ourselves on the back over the last 21 years of democratic governance. We still have significant challenges in terms of the economy, in terms of health, with education, Liberian economic empowerment, and those sort of major issues. You see, limited access to electricity. We need to do something about a long-term energy strategy. But all in all, we seem to be on the right path, but we just need to do more.
Is the country divided? Normally, after elections, one group of people have been supported this side. Do you think Joseph Boyka have to unite the country first?
Well, the thing
Are
is,
we divided?
Well, the thing is, look, the division, as far as I'm concerned, is not even skin deep. We have differences of opinion, but we all have the same goal: to the enrichment, the empowerment, and prosperity for Liberians. I think that's our goal. Okay, we fight over who takes the mantle of leadership, to provide the broad operational aspects of a development policy. But we don't even fight about philosophy. Look, let me just ask you, what is Joseph Boyka's development philosophy versus Georgia development policy? It was just strictly about a change of personnel. And all we're going to get is a change of personnel. But we need to develop a comprehensive development strategy based upon real, tangible, empirical goals and objectives in terms of agriculture, in terms of health, in terms of education, in terms of vocational training, in terms of a long-term energy strategy to provide improved electricity access to Liberians. We need to get rich in this country using our resources. We need to put things in place. We need to do value additions in agriculture. We need to do rubber processing. We need to process coffee, gold, other agricultural products. We need to develop a long-term agricultural policy that is based upon mechanized farming, empowering farmers. The banks need to provide more credit to farmers. Only 4% of bank credits currently go to agriculture. So there's a lot of fundamental things we need to change besides just change of personnel. So if this is just a change of personnel, we're going to have business as usual as we have for 177 years, and we're going to be among the 10 poorest countries on the
in,
planet.
in the world. But normally, Mr. Jackson, when government just took over, you see everything just moving out slow. I don't know what you have observed the city. Nothing is just moving. Everything is slow because people are still been going through confirmation appointments, all going. What do we move on
But you see,
as a country?
But that didn't happen with Ellington in 2006. In 2006, you saw the contours of a development strategy right away. You saw the 150-day action plan with the 4 pillars, right? Revitalization of our basic services, infrastructure, rule of law, and so on and so on and so forth, right? But for the last 36 days, all we've seen is putting that crew together on the rescue train. The rescue train hasn't left.
Is the team not set up yet?
But
those who supported the train needs to get some share of the cake.
But you see, you can do that. You can do all of these things simultaneously. That's why you need a robust transition team. A robust transition team would have indicated to Mr. Boyka in terms of the feedback from the public. This rescue team was elected because they made certain promises. One of the things was what? In terms of what? Rule of law, fighting corruption, right? Impunity, right? And then, of course, they have this arrest. So 36 days by now, I would have thought there would have been an announcement of a major policy shift, a policy change. I would have thought there would be like an executive order changing something that is very critical in the country. And there would have been, you would have seen not the meat, but at least the broad parameters of some sort of a development strategy for the first 100 days. What is it they need to change right away to get the what? The confidence of the public. Because the public voted you in because you'll be a change candidate. But unfortunately, we haven't seen the contours or the broad strokes of those development strategies yet. And not the achievement of reaching the goal, but at least an announcement to the public, this is what I am going to achieve in my first 100 days. Like Ellen had the 150-day action plan, right? I tell you with
we got to the 6 days, maybe before the 100 days. We'll see something bigger one.
Well, I mean,
appointment is still going on.
We hope so.
Now the issue of tenure positions, the biggest of all of the
We hope so. So, let me tell you something. Government is about movement and it's about appealing to, first of all, the narrative. You have to control the narrative. And what the narrative right now is out there is about jobs, jobs, jobs. That's all we hear people fighting about. That's all we hear people talking about. We don't hear his ministers who even been confirmed tell us this is what I'd like to achieve in 30 days, in 60 days, in 90 days, 100 days. Boycott needs to speak more to the public, to develop a communications team that will speak to the Liberian people and tell us clearly what President Boycott is doing on a daily basis, how he intends to solve some of the serious problems. So number one, public safety. A lot of the city of Monrovia, the commercial business district, is a no-go zone after 6 o'clock with the Zogos, right? What do you do about that? What do you do about drugs?
You have a new IG. The LD impulse and all
of that. So then if public safety,
maybe they're not saying they're all responsible.
Okay, so
people just look at
but stop making excuses for them. They came to rescue us. They have to put that crew on that train, and that train has to leave the station, and that train has to start conducting itself in a way that we feel the presidency. Okay, I for one, I'm not feeling the presidency because I like to see strong policy announcements coming from them. Let's look at our position with the situation in ECOWAS with Niger, with Burkina Faso, and Mali, right? Let's hear that. Joseph Boyka is an agricultural development specialist, right? What is an agricultural development policy that will be enunciated and that will be reached within 100 days? Let's look at his policy and say no car hish in the mud in 100 days, right? Let's see the contours of that. Let's see him go ahead and assemble the crew and put together the resources to achieve that. Once you start communicating with us, right? Even in your own household, when your father and your mother come and tell you, say, look, This is what we're going to achieve. We may not have it today, but these are the steps that we're going to be taking to achieve these objectives. Then you feel good because everybody wants hope.
Meaning those who have been confirmed now, they're not getting their feet
Well,
down
I
to
mean,
the ground. You have the Minister of Finance, you have the Foreign Minister, you have the Minister of Public Works.
Okay.
Maybe they're not getting down to the feet and express their vision to the public and say it out.
So they did express their vision to be confirmed because every one of them made a confirmation speech. And in that confirmation speech should be very clear what are your short, intermediate, long-term goals are and what the resource requirements are. Because before you take that position, you must have a clarity in your mind what you want to achieve, what the challenges are, what the Liberian people want. Liberians want development. Liberians want prosperity. Liberians want good health care. Liberians want to live in a safe and secure environment. You have to provide that. You campaign on, right? Contrasting your government from the past. That's why you were voted into power. Now you must begin to deliver. So don't tell people to wait for 3 years, for 6 years. At least tell us what you want to achieve, the policy objectives there, and the resource requirement. What is happening in the fiscal area? Do we have enough resources? Will there be enough revenue collection to meet an objective? What will be the national budget for the next 12 months? You say you want to spend $41 million, we just want 12. If you're doing that, it means that $590 million will be the national budget. $590 million is a serious contraction of the national budget from the previous fiscal period. So once you do that, there will be a contraction of GDP because in the GDP configuration, you got consumption, investment, and the G is for government spending, and then net exports, right? So if you're reducing government spending by a quantum of like 28%, there will be a reduction in what? GDP. And there's a reduction in GDP, reduction in income, and there will be slower outcomes in terms of development outcomes and social development outcomes. So we need to move fast. Look, Liberian people are not just sitting down and hoping and waiting that these people who came to power.
Maybe he's trying to have a setup, Mr. Jackson.
But trying to have a setup.
Very experienced, 40 years in government, President Liberian, he knows who is who, and we have the Ella setup, and he was definitely
look, you can give them all the excuses you want, okay? I am a very comfortable Liberian in terms of Liberian good well-being, but those ordinary Liberians that want to have their problem solved immediately, 30, 60, 90, 100, 120 days are too long. They need to start to feel hope in their hearts. And then they need to see the actions toward achieving the development objectives and overcoming some of the challenges. What are you going to do about this scattered shot electricity that we get on a daily basis, where sometimes 12, 14 hours, some areas don't get electricity? What is your long-term strategy? At least, or some kind of a stopgap policy to improve electricity in the immediate term. What are you going to do that? Are you going to keep this management that's been criticized, or are you going to what? Commit to this new management and tell me, Mr. Captain, I have implicit confidence.
He had an audience with Mr.
Captain. But did he say? Did
Captain share his vision?
But I'm saying, but did the president say to the public in very clear and unambiguous term that I have complete and complicit confidence in Money Captain? He did not say that. He took a picture.
The World Bank has said they have confidence in Captain. So
the World Bank is not the government of Liberia.
Let's work.
The World Bank is not the government of Liberia. I believe Mr. Captain is doing a very good job with what he's faced with in terms of the challenges he's faced with. But the president, if you listen to all of the media outlets, including the signature outlet of Mr. Marka, with the Spoon outlet, you keep hearing them Stanton last night talking about the fact, what do we do with Money Captain? So Money Captain needs to get a confidence thing from.
I mean, Stanton is not a mouthpiece of Joseph White.
No, he's not a mouthpiece, but
go ahead. That's one problem I have.
But he's not a mouthpiece, but the way that Fox News in America is Donald Trump's mouthpiece. Let's just face it. Fox News, right? MSNBC is for the Democrats. Stanton is pro-government. Okay, in his past life, he was the opposition. Now they transform to spokespeople or people who share the sentiments of the government and they try to promote the interests of the government. That's what it's doing. It is clear and it's unambiguous. And he's saying that the people on Spawn are saying they don't have confidence in Money Captain. So, and then other Liberians been expressing the same sentiment. But so Mr. Boyka should come out clearly and unambiguously and say, I have confidence in Mr. Money Captain. I'm maintaining him. These are the goals we intend to achieve. And this is the.
I mean, people criticize George Weah. He was not speaking to issue of national concern.
That's why he's no longer here.
He's not saying anything. He's just quiet.
Mr. Weah is no longer here. He's in the rearview mirror. Okay. If you want to talk about looking back in the rearview mirror, you're going to crash the car. If you're driving a car, right, and you keep looking in the rearview mirror, you're not looking in the front, you're going to crash that car. Mr. Weah is in the rearview mirror. He's in the past. He's in comfortable retirement. What we should be dealing with today are the policies of Mr. Joseph Boyka that will impact the livelihoods of Liberians. Period. Exclamation.
Okay. Great, folks. Yes.
Yeah, let me just ask this one question. Mr. Jackson, this 2024 budget is being going back and forth between the legislature and the executive. You care to tell us clearly what will be the economic implication of this delay to pass this budget?
I just told you, if you saying that $41 million is 1/12 of the budget, and if you go ahead multiply 12 by 41, what do you get? Right? By 590 million. Am I correct? Let me just do that calculation again because I'm old. Sometimes I forget. Okay, 41 million. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, times 12. Oh, that's in fact 492 million.
Yeah, 492 million.
492 million. So are you telling me your budget expenditure for the year would be just about 500 million when you recently had 650 to 700 million in terms of expenditure, or this is just a conservative approach? If this is a conservative approach, right, and not a realistic projection of the budget, right, I'll be pleased. But if they're telling me that this is what they intend to spend in this fiscal year, trouble. Because this would be a serious.
That's why you project trouble.
Yeah, because there's a serious contraction of government spending. And government spending in terms of the calculation of GDP, you have the consumption, you have the investment, you have the government spending, and then you have your net export. That is the calculation of GDP using the expenditure method, right? So if you're telling me 1/12 of your budget is 41 million, and 41 million times 12 is only 492 million, so there will be a significant contraction of your national budget, your national expenditure from the previous year, which means there will be a contraction in the economy in terms of economic growth, which is troublesome.
Okay, great. So one area of key concern is this issue of rubber planters association of Liberia, issue of rubber. And I mean, previous president, I've been doing lots of research. I came across Ellen Johnson. Every year she will pull executive order moratorium on the exportation of unprocessed natural rubber from our country. What's your take on it? George, we have latest, he also put an executive order. So I have in my possession, Ellen Johnson, throughout her 12 years, she has been putting an executive order putting unprocessed. What's your take on it?
Look, there should be no export of unprocessed rubber from Liberia. Period. Exclamation mark. Value addition. Rubber processing creates jobs along the value chain. If you take unprocessed rubber and sell that unprocessed rubber to another country, you are exporting Liberian jobs in the value chain. Let me just give you a background of Firestone, 1926.
Okay.
Since Firestone came to Liberia. The reason why Harvey S. Firestone sent agronomists to Liberia to develop the rubber plantation here, because Britain at that time controlled, they had a monopoly on rubber exports. And because they had developed rubber plantations in Malaysia, Indonesia, India, and most of in Southeast Asia, right? So the Stevenson plan was there to deny America, which was not gaining economic primacy after World War I. The automobile industry and all of that was coming up. America needed a source of virgin rubber. So Harvey Firestone started to look out of the United States for countries that they tried. Mexico couldn't work.
Couldn't make it out.
They couldn't make it.
Okay.
Okay. Parts of Central America didn't work.
Nothing.
And then they said, let's go to Liberia. So they sent agronomists to Liberia. And they found that the soil was very amenable to the growth of something called the heaviest Brazilianus. And the whole organized rubber production began in Brazil, okay, in the 16th, 17th century, right? And you've noticed that by the mid 1800s, Brazil was the largest exporter of rubber. But Britain wanted to have that industry under control, the same way it did with the cotton industry, where it shifted production from India up to Manchester. That's exactly what the British people did, because they were creating an industrial the industrial revolution. So by the time the 1900s came on with the Stevenson plant, America needed to develop its own source of rubber. That's what it came. And when they did that, our people did not demand for them to process the rubber and produce rubber products in Liberia, like condoms, like gloves, like plastics, and so and so and so forth, right? So because of that, Liberia had not gotten the benefits of its years of association with the rubber industry. The rubber industry now is mostly what? Even in West Africa, like Cote d'Ivoire produces more rubber than we do. Okay. The standard for rubber production is now Malaysia and Indonesia. Standard Indonesian rubber, standard Malaysian rubber. And those in those countries, when you have 100 acres of rubber farm, you are a very rich person, because on that 100-acre rubber farm, you will produce the rubber, you will process the rubber, you will grade the rubber, and you will start to diversify output in making a lot of rubber products. So for Liberia, for some people within the rubber industry in this country to believe that we should export, right? We should export unprocessed raw rubber. It is bad for the economy. It's bad for the social economic development. Doesn't do well for the rubber farmers. The rubber farmers can get more money if we stop processing rubber here.
Is the executive order should be lifted? I mean,
the executive order should not be lifted.
The executive order should not be lifted.
Of course, it should not be lifted because.
So one of the point of contentions, those who want this order lifted, is that over the years, these moratorium have been placed, and then there have been no infrastructure put in place, no foundation for this value addition, for this production or processing in the country. So I mean, they believe that these are just political decisions.
That's not true. There is one man who so far who has put his money where his mouth is, over $30 million in a rubber processing plant, which is Jetty.
Okay.
Which is Jetty. Jetty needs about 250 tons of rubber a day. You can't even get that. Right? Okay. And I think what we should be talking about is for the farmers to get fair market value prices. If that is an issue, while the rubber planters want to export the rubber, then we can negotiate that. But if it's, just on the economic phase of it, exporting raw rubber, it is not a smart or efficient economic policy.
It's not a wise decision. Every year, I see all this document, Ellen Johnson, every year she'll put an executive orders.
Because what the rubber planters have, no offense to the lazy rubber planters in this country, over the last almost 100 years, what they've done, they've been in that dungeon where they just produce rubber and they get less than fair market prices, right? And this is a new phenomenon, though.
Okay.
This is because with the old rubber planters, right? The old rubber planters were millionaires. If you look at the location of the rubber belt from right after Ray Light all the way to Ganta and both sides of that a broad road there, right? You see rubber plantations there. Where is 15 Gate located? 15 Gate is located strategically in the place to accept raw rubber, right? And that's what Firestone been doing since 1926. Unfortunately for us today, okay, that policy is not pending. But in the past, when rubber prices were high, because of the demand of post-World War II in terms of the rebuilding of Europe and Japan, this big demand, there was high rubber prices. So rubber farmers in Liberia were all millionaires. They were sending their children to schools in Britain, in Switzerland. They have villas in Las Palmas. And you know the big rubber names in this country, the Bryce, the Coopers, the Dennises, all of them. They made millions from rubber. Back then, post-war, there has not been a concerted policy from the. That's why I always say you need sectoral planning, right? So Joe Worker needs to fix that problem. What is obtaining in the rubber industry that need to be fixed? Low prices for Liberian farmers. What are the issues? What are the resource requirements? Are the farmers able to do expand production, getting more acreage, getting more bank loans? Okay, can they get long-term funds for expansion? Do we need an agricultural development bank to support rubber farmers? What is the rubber plan for Liberia? Is that a national rubber development strategy that you are aware of? Are you aware of it? There's no national rubber development strategy to bring Liberia into the 21st era of rubber processing and the utilization of rubber for export in myriads of areas, production of latex, production of condom, production of tire. And I understand that Mr. Jetty is going to put the first tire factory here in the next 18, 24, 36 months. Okay. So he should be supported. And if the local rubber farmers are serious, let them pull their resources together so they can open their own rubber processing plant also.
All right. Great. So because of time, veteran economist, Samuel Jackson, live on the True Breakfast Show. Let's pick few calls up. 0770-153-265. Call you live on the True Breakfast Show this morning on 96.1, the Heart and Soul of Liberia. 0770-153-265. Call and you'll be live on True FM. Let's pick our first call on the line. This morning, let's do a minute per call because of time. Good morning.
Good morning, Robert. This is Giver Kule, and I would join you for my dual resident. O'Neill, let me first extend gratitude to Samuel Jackson for the great deliberation. Actually, I spoke eloquently. I think it is important that we team our best to support such a policy or such a strategy. Therefore, extend O'Neill. If we have the production or if we have the taking rubber into finished good in this country, we are looking and we have to navigate and we'll be more specifically when it comes to the job market. For instance, when you start to produce tires, you start to produce other assorted items in this country, definitely it would bring down for our people that are in an expansion in our farm quality. So you cannot solve the rubber process and then you having it maybe shift to another country. What happens to other people? What happens to our economy? So I think it's very more important that President Waka should look in about the direction. It should not be the moratorium on the exportation of Russian rubber. Thanks so kind.
Okay, thank you. Let's pick another call on the line. You have to move for your monitor. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, you live. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Nathaniel Brown. I'm calling from Marsh Farm in Mikey County, District number 4. Let me say thank you to your studio guest in studio, one of Liberia Founder's son, Honorable Johnson, Dr. Jackson. All right, we are calling on the president not to lift the exportation of raw rubber in this country. There are few people in this country that are buying rubber at the expense of the farmers. If you go right behind Kakata, there's an area that they call Buffalo. Buffalo is encouraging criminals in our country. Those people will go on the burial farms, they will steal people rubber or whatnot. They go and sell to them by bags and other things. Let me tell you, they also came out. I heard what press release for one James Siake. James Siake, I'm very disappointed in James Siake. This is a man who has been passing around from our souls that were being, legally advanced. I don't know how they call the Indian man one. I think Jetty, one Mr. Jetty, going around him to give him some money. This jeans jacket you see, these are people that encourage. He doesn't have a farm in this country. These are people that are encouraging the death rate in our country.
Okay.
We have countries like companies like Firestone. Firestone is buying rubber. We got Little Group. Little Group is buying rubber. We also got Lack. Lack is buying rubber. We also got the Indian company. I think Jetty rubber in Mikey. During the time of December, Jetty rubber from our source for far information. Jetty rubber talked about themselves to buy all of the rubber that the farmers were taking to the place there. Jetty rubber paid. He bought the people rubber, and these are people that we are encouraging to come in our country. If you have people like Jetty rubber in the place there, he has more than 500 workers, and these people are working. They paying taxes to our Liberian government. The taxes that they are paying to the Liberian government, these are people that are raping our revenue. That and our teachers, our doctors, our different sectors.
All right. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, let's do a minute quickly. Good morning.
Good morning, O'Neill. I want to say good morning to the veteran economist in studio. This is the voice of Southwest Latino, and I join you from Fireful Idea this morning. O'Neill, the long-lasting problem about jobs in this country will be put to hurt if the government has diversity of employment outside government. I think the issue raised by the veteran, Mr. Jackson, makes a lot of sense because we're observing it right here in Washington. I think if these institutions who are producing rubber here and with the issue of exportation can invest into what we call factory system, I think we will look at the burden of employment outside government to be a major economic boost for our people. And let me commend Mr. Jackson for the resolution.
Okay, thank you. Let's speak our last caller. Yes, we gotta go now. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, you live. Go ahead.
This is Somo calling from Bon County.
Bon County, great.
Yeah, let me say hi to our big brother in studio. O'Neill, you see the issue about the ban that was posed on the export of unprocessed rubber. The ban is good for we the farmers because those people that are exporting the unprocessed rubber, they are causing serious problem for our farm. People come our farm, rubber, take it to them, they buy at a lower price, and they export them. Yes, the ban, at least the cleaner rate of the and we ask that the government shouldn't listen to them. They shouldn't lift up the ban should remain, the processed rubber should be exported, the unprocessed rubber should remain. Because those companies, they are employing our brothers and sisters.
Okay, thank you. Yes, because of time. Yes, those companies, great. Yes, you listen up to the callers.
So you tell rubber name.
No, but look, the farm back at the callers coming for everywhere. Demand everywhere.
Rubber is between 16 to 20% of in terms of our contribution to GDP. Okay. It employs the majority of the people in the agriculture sector in this country. Mm-hmm. So rubber is it's a strategic commodity. Okay. And the way you treat a strategic commodity, you protect that market, you protect the price.
Let me pick this caller from Way Grangy there. Yes, sorry for that. Yes, the rubber business, no winner. Zen Jassy can put on all the farmers. Morning, quickly, just 30 seconds. Good morning, go ahead.
Good morning, Onirawa, and good morning to veterans Samuel Jassy. I'm also soon for joining from Maggie County, especially Viala. Our first part of the show, I want to say part to Mr. Jassy. We want to say to the Liberian government, to His Excellency Ambassador Marka, that the ban should remain because exporting unprocessed rubber is not necessary at this time. We have companies that in Liberia that are providing jobs. That is me of getting unprocessed rubber. Why do we export this rubber? So I'm in line with Mr. Jackson that we should not export unprocessed rubber.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So I love my train of thought. Yes. But bottom line is because of the importance of rubber to this economy. And this importance since 1926. And we can really improve a rubber development strategy. We can improve the contribution of rubber to GDP. We can improve the terms of contribution of rubber to employment. the contribution of rubber to socio-economic development. So Joseph Marka, who is the agricultural planner, he needs to quickly put together a team to develop a long-term rubber development strategy. And we need to do that with every single commodity that we produce here. A cassava strategy, a rice strategy, a bitterboard strategy, a sugarcane strategy, because it is with agriculture that we can create multi-millionaires. And if we create an agricultural value chain with the correct amount of financing, Liberia can become a global agriculture exporter and a global, once again, Liberia used to be one of the largest producers of rubber. Less than 1% of global rubber is now produced in Liberia and exported in Liberia because of the lack of a national development strategy, which had as its goal the what? The long-term processing and increase in the output of rubber for the development of this country.
As you close up, this text message says Sam Jackson is an asset and very important resource person. Like Brittany here, you should write a book.
I already did. I wrote a book already.
Wrote a book?
Yeah, Rich Land Poor Country.
Rich Land Poor Country.
Yeah, it's my book. Yeah,
and you need to see a copy of that.
Oh, but
is it on Amazon?
It's on, but I have some copies at my house.
Yes, I need a copy.
Oh yeah,
Rich Country Poor.
Rich Land Poor Country. Yes.
Rich Land Poor Country.
And that is sold over 5,000 copies globally.
Wow.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
okay.
That's how I even got into the London School of Economics, because of that book. Yeah,
Rich Land
Poor Country.
Poor Country.
But I'm surprised when you didn't know I wrote that book.
I said this to
Oh my God! Oh my goodness! And guess what? Let me post again. I was on the global panel of experts that produced the 17 Sustainable Development Goals from 2012 to 2014. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf appointed me to work in the United Nations system, and we produced 17.
They said, I see, you can't look at hustle, you want this now. At my level, okay, I get headhunted
asking for a position or a job. I would be lowering myself to say I come in to kind of look for a job. I can never do that. Tofiako.
Abomination.
But listen, gentlemen,
yes.
I'm very happy I came, and God bless you all. And give Musa my regards. Give Christopher Selly, my buddy. I don't know how's his health, but I'm very happy to be here. This is my home. I remember when you guys first started, like in 2004, 2005.
Yes, Broadville.
Long. I used to drive all the way there in the heavy dweller traffic, but I'm glad to be here.
Thank you so much. Samuel Jackson closing us up on the segment of the True Breakfast Show. Let's go for a break.
Man.
Chairman, yes. Since when you start liking football business?
I would like to fund my account at any time, even here.
Right here, right now.
Here too!
Without moving an inch.
Here would be just perfect.
Henceforth, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account and vice versa directly from your mobile phone. A simple and fast solution that is always available to ensure a permanent access to your Orange Money services. Anywhere, anytime, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account from your mobile phone to cash out, to recharge, to transfer, to pay, to buy. To subscribe to this service, go to your bank branch office, partner to the Orange Money service. It's all about what matters to you. Orange.
I would like to fund my
Orange.
And so up next on the TBS this morning is Naomi Tapia with sports. Naomi, good morning.
Everyone, AIK Football Club has signed an agreement with Imona Gunu until December 31, 2024. You can record the Liberian International tested for AIK and was present in both training and playing practice matches during the 2024 preseason. The sporting director of AIK, Thomas Besson, urged members of the club on the club's official website to be patient with the striker as he disclosed that Guno is a player with immense potential. In reaction to his recruitment by AIK, Guno stated that he's very happy to sign for the club and expressed optimism that he will have better days at the club. Guno played for FC Cologne and Muscat FC, now FC Cologne Liberia. He played a trial game for Italian club Udinese Calcio in the spring of 2023. He netted his first goal for the club in a friendly encounter on February 25, 2024 in a training match at Scottingham's RP against Carbers BK. The Liberia Football Association has expressed sympathy over the passing of former executive committee member Henry Plomo. Plomo died recently in Ganta, Nima County, while being brought to a hospital. The former executive committee member had traveled to Nima County to attend a training program when Liberians heard the news of his death. Prior to being an executive committee member in 2018, he served as communication manager for the Circle House. The Sports Writers Association of Liberia also expressed sympathy over the death of Plomo, who served as their president between 2002 to 2004. Plomo was a renowned sports reporter during his days at the Liberia Broadcasting System. Outgoing president of the Sports Writers Association of Liberia, Kodoba Zizi, described the death of Henry Plomo as an irreplaceable loss to the institution. Lone Star head coach Marilinka, who at the weekend announced a 30-man local provisional squad on Monday, conducted their first training session at the Samarkand Sports Complex in Kingsville. The 3-day training camp, which will be held weekly, is part of the Lone Star's preparations for the upcoming 2025 AFCON preliminary rounds. Double fixtures against Djibouti. Gabriel Collins of Leska FC and Momo Blamo of Shatta FC got a late call up to the squad, replacing Captain Devil and Juan Sherman. Great Britain's Andy Murray has suggested he may only have a few months left of his tennis career after earning his second win of 2024 in Dubai. The 36-year-old beat Canadian Denis Shapovalov 4-6, 7-6, 7-5, 6-3. Murray was on a 6-match losing streak until last week when he secured his first win of the year in Doha. Three-time Grand Slam champion Murray's potential retirement has been a topic of discussion for several years after the Scot underwent hip replacement surgery in 2019. But Murray defied the odds to return to the court, winning another title and reaching 3 other finals, the last of which was last year when he lost to Daniel Medvedev in Doha. And finally, Everton's penalty for breaching Premier League financial rules has been reduced from 10 points to 6 after an appeal. The club will immediately deduct 10 points in November for breaking profit and sustainability rules in the 3-year period to 2021 to 22. The punishment, the biggest in Premier League history, dropped Everton from 14th to 19th in the table. The reduction left them from 17th to 15th, although the club is facing another possible points deduction. Everton, who admitted the breach, said they are satisfied with the reduction, though they now face an anxious wait after being charged in January along with Nottingham Forest for alleged breaches in their accounts for 2022 to 3. The case must be heard by 8 April. However, any appeal could take that process to 24 May, the week after the season has concluded. That's all from our sports desk.
Thank you, Lami.
This short break. When we come back, we'll bring you our last segment guest on the TBS. 90 minutes down, 9 o'clock. This is 96.41. You had it so of Liberia. Don't go away.
Introducing the Orange Money Card to Wallet service. How to transfer money from your bank card to an Orange Money wallet with the Card to Wallet service. Go to the Orange Botswana website at www.orange.co.bw and select the drop-down menu and click on Orange Online. This will open a new tab which will ask you to sign in. Click on Sign Up to register for the Card to Wallet service as a new user. Enter your name, surname, the orange number, and email address that will be linked to this service. Proceed to enter your occupation and create and confirm your password, which you will then be required to sign in with every time you make a card to wallet transfer. You will then receive an email confirmation. Enter the one-time PIN that
Marka will run this with the spokesperson of Senator Prince Moi office on the TBS. So Marka is all yours.
Thank you, O'Neill. And like we said yesterday, we had a guest here who discussed some wide range of issues concerning issues of appointments and County, which prompted his appearance today. So it is great to have with us this morning on the TBS the communication consultant in the office of Senator Boyd, Martin Lauer. It's good to have you this morning.
Thank you, Marka. And I'd like to say good morning to your listeners. Thank you for the invite. It's good to be here. Very first time here.
Yes, I was just about to mention because I've not had a one-on-one interview like this before. But how are you and how is the office of Senator Moi?
Well, I'm doing wonderfully well, and the senator is doing great. He was in Bond County yesterday. There was this issue for the Bond County Technical College students who have been on strike for almost a week now. So he has gone there to be able to put the situation under control. So he's doing wonderfully well as well.
Okay. Well, to the core issue why you are here this morning, there have been claims coming from not only one person, but other individuals on social media, various social media platforms. I mean, accusing your boss of, influencing nominations, pressuring the president to withdraw or make some swap in nominations. The latest one is the nomination of former Representative Roger Doma to the position of Deputy Minister of Health for Administration. Do you want to say exactly on behalf of your boss? I mean, what is this, contact or association with these appointments or nominations?
Well, thank you again. First of all, I'd like to begin by saying it is so unfortunate that people will begin so soon to start to hurt people who stood up for this process from the very get-go. Senator Moi was the national campaign manager for this party, for the Unity Party campaign process. He is an executive member of the Unity Party. When the party was in different issues about rental fee and other issues, it was Senator Moi and others who stood up for this. But directly to your question, Senator Moi does not have any authority to go and change or swap name when he does not work in the office of the president. Senator Moi has never gone to pressure the president for anything, not at all. Marka, what is happening is that there are individuals who are around the president who want to take matters into their own hand. From the very beginning of this process, some of them took personal interest over what is happening to them. Okay. Some individually who are party members. Some Liberians saw Ambassador Bouaka as that face to lead Liberia. Some Liberians came only to say we want a president who will mirror what's happening in this country to change the situation around. Some of them who are around the president today were the ones who said they did not see that happening. They wanted to go and contest as representatives. They were the very districts. They were there, and they did not pay attention to the process, even though they were party executives. It was Senator Moi and others who saw this and said, "We're leaving all." Marka.
Senator Moi only privileged to be named as the campaign manager, national campaign manager.
Yes. So Senator Moi comes from a county he represents. In fact, he's the political leader of that county. He represents a county that had a vice presidency under the past regime. It was a tough decision by the people of Bond County to allow the vice presidency to leave their hands. So in the midst of that, you know the sacrifices that was made. What happened in these elections, Bond County was a deciding factor. Nima had every reason to stand up because they were fighting for the second place. Bond has nothing on the table as we speak because everything, all of the big positions have gone elsewhere. That's not the case. The case is when people stand up for things during a difficult process, where some of them were in districts contesting, they didn't have time for the entire process. The way to pay that person is to come.
They were also preaching the party, the Unity Party.
But focusing that district, they wanted to be representatives.
So that was the control area.
That was the control area, fine. But as a party executive, should be across the country campaigning for this process that came today. So what they are trying to do smartly is not about honorable way. They are trying to deny people who did the actual work. Marka, in the corridors of the Liberian Senate, I work for the Senate. I'm always there. We had a discussion in the hallway, people talking about this issue. The president has earlier sent the name of Madam Morris as Deputy Minister.
Martha Morris?
Yes, Deputy Minister for Administration. And when senators went to visit him, according to the information in
people
the corridor,
are doubting that.
No, I'm coming to that. When senators went to visit the president at the executive mansion, and the first issue that was raised was coming from the EFFL. From our understanding, Gwonkwo did not want to be appointed. He has suggested two persons named to be appointed in government. And they swapped that and appointed him and replaced the two persons he's supposed to have with another person. So the issue was raised with the president. Other senators who also helped the process, according to the information, they are going to ask the president what is happening that they have made recommendation is not coming, is not being made public. So that's how the president told him in confidence that I have an issue right now with Bond County. That the position I nominated Madam Morris for was not the one I saw on Facebook or on the executive mansion page. I mean, Facebook website. So I have instructed them to change that. This is so embarrassing.
The president said that?
According to the information, we are privileged to information in the corridors. The president said that to senators, it's a public information, it's a public, it's of public knowledge. It's everywhere. Senators were there, they are going to visit the president on something important. And this thing came out. In fact, it was not a Madam Morris issue, it was the EFL issue that people were discussing before the issue of before the president. Look, Marka, if you work for me, I am supposed to be a president, and I know the work you did. There's nobody who will come to me to tell me about you. It happened that they are just being exposed that the name Martha Morris is a household name in the Unity Party and across Liberia. There's no nurse you will ask like who does not know Martha Morris. So if you go and play with such a name, you know that you'll be exposed. Some of these very people who are talking about the senator, trying to influence appointment. The senator was a national campaign manager who worked with several people besides Bond County.
You can just make recommendation, but it's not compulsory that the president.
But that is not the point. That is not the point to make it look like he's forcing things. Everybody around the president are appointing people. Are doing recommendation, right? Even the swapping of this name that is attributed to Cornelius Crowd Tukpa, who is boasting everywhere in posts on Facebook that she's trying to put her people in government, for trouble people in government.
You show that post?
It's on Shine Liberia. It's there. You can check on Shine Liberia. It's on.
Is Shine Liberia an independent platform?
No, that's a social media platform. If you go there to comment, that means she took it serious, right? Yeah, she wanted to comment. She even posted on her page that they are cleaning the mess. So it tells you that these are orchestrated plans to thin the image of the presidency. This is so early. Right now, we should be thinking about governance instead of people fighting people about 2029. This is not an issue. Senator Moore has never fought for any position that he has held in this country. It has come because his colleagues have trusted him and they believe the way he worked with them, they entrusted him with power to lead them. Deputy Speaker, whether Senator, it was people who called him to do that.
Is he
so it is not anything.
Is he insisting that Martha Morris be re-nominated to the position?
That is not the case. It was not Senator Moore who raised this issue with the president, according to the information I just explained.
So why?
It was not him.
So why are they pointing fingers at him?
So the reason they are pointing finger at him is that there are people, like I said to you initially, who are trying to deny the actual people who work for this process. And to do that is to bring people they want to work with in the circle of the president. Nothing else. They believe that Senator Mwe, as a senator and as a former campaign manager for this process, should not have anybody close to power or anybody recommended to the
But
power.
he has recommended several persons who were being appointed.
No, I'm coming.
Nominated.
I explained to you the role Senator Mwe play, the role his county play. If we are to be going that route, Bangladesh should have more because we give us a bigger position to get to this point we are today. But that is not the case. We are not agitating for anything. Why are people angry?
That should not be the case.
No.
If you say that, the people in Nima will also say
No.
give more.
No.
So
Nima,
we should not do it by region.
What I want to say here initially, before we move ahead, this is not a fight between Nima and Bam. It is the decision of the president to appoint anybody he wants to appoint the position. If you were the president who raised this issue about people swapping name, how can this be attributed to Senator Mwe?
Do you have a privileged information that Senator Mwe met with former Representative Roger Doma and told him that, well, I will find something for you, but this position was meant for Martha Morris?
I don't want to believe such information coming from a higher gun who was here yesterday to propagate what he was told to say. That is not the case. Senator Mwe does not have any authority to decide who becomes who. It was the president who said he appointed somebody to a position, and that position was swapped. Honorable Roger Duma is the one who was not in the picture from the beginning of anything. So if this no, I'm coming, Marka. He was not in the picture of anything. He is the one calling chiefs to Monrovia to meet with the president. He is the one, paying people around to post in his interest. He is the one having all these people. If you are appointed,
making wild claims.
No, that's wild claim. Yeah. If you are appointed and you are supposed to go for confirmation, why are you having all these fire around? Why are you going all around talking to people?
Yeah, because they have been saying that they have information that the senator has been
not
agitating for change of this nomination and all of that.
Not is false and misleading. What I have said to you,
has the senator met with Martha Morris since this issue?
Martha Morris come from the county. Senator Mwe is from the county, so they will always talk.
Okay,
it's a normal thing.
That means they have met.
What I want to say to you is that the issue of Martha Morris should not be the issue, attributed to Senator Mwe. The president knows Martha Morris very well. The president is aware of the role Martha Morris played in the entire Liberia. The president knows that Martha Morris was supposed to be killed in Bonota, and she stood up for this process. The president knows that. The president, Senator Mwe does not have to go to the president to talk about Martha Morris. The president himself, even the vice president, and some of those who are trying to set a different standard for Martha Morris and set another standard for other party officials in the party. They know the role Martha has played. There's no one, Marka, in this country that commands respect in the health sector than Martha Morris. I don't want the political aspect. Martha Morris' name is a household name in the health sector.
That should be coupled with qualification, competency, and experience.
Good. There was an issue with the Minister of Foreign Affairs everywhere on social media. People said she did not have this, blah, blah, blah. But she had experience. There's also an issue talking about Martha Morris doesn't even have a BSc. But it's fallacy. It's false. If you don't know somebody, go close and ask the person. Besides, there's nowhere in the 2016 act that created the ministry, that brought about the Ministry of Health that talks about the specific degree you should hold before you become a deputy minister for administration. I'm challenging them to bring the truth to this public that this is the role or this is the degree you should hold. Besides that, a lady who stood up to her own government, Madam Sadi government, she was even removed from payroll because of her advocacy for the healthcare workers. During this time, in fact, under the past government, she was also fought because everything about her advocacy has been the betterment of healthcare workers in this country. Do you need Senator Mwe to go to President Barker to say Martha Morris worked for this project and she needs to be placed? No.
Do you want to say she was not recommended? It was the president's own choice?
No. What I'm saying to you, do you need Senator Mwe, as they are claiming, to go to the president and say Martha Morris worked, so you should recommend her? Martha Morris, besides being a health worker, she's the chair of the party in Bon County. So do you need somebody to go to be Senator Mwe to be lobbying like that? Besides, I don't want to trash the issue of recommendation. So the Mwe was a national campaign manager. Besides Bon County, he worked with several individuals across the country. They look up to him.
That is true.
The president cannot be everywhere to know who worked. But there are individuals who go with these people who can say, Mr. President, this person did X, Y, and Z, and they need to be placed in this position. It is not a crime. It is not a crime. Why are they're swapping names, making recommendation? But it should be a different thing for a mayor who leads his county.
Why do you believe that once you campaign vigorously, you're supposed to get a point?
No, that's not my point. My point is everybody is making recommendation. They should not change this debate to Senator Moy making recommendation to look like all those who have been appointed are the recommendation of Senator Moy, which is not the case.
Has there been any letter or communication from the office of the senator, maybe to the Minister of State concerning this particular matter?
Not at all. Okay. Not at all.
So why are they
letter for what?
pointing fingers at the senator?
This is bigger. People who do not want.
They say where there is smoke, there's a little bit.
People
of
who do not want to focus on the job at hand, to focus on doing the job they were elected for the 6th year. They are the ones trying to, build an ambition for way 2029. And they see some people as being a threat. So they build an army of resistance around the president. It is a privilege to serve in any role in this country.
So what is Senator Moy's ambition for 2029?
No, I'm not saying
I keep hearing.
No, I'm not saying his ambition. You asked me about. You asked me a specific question. I'm saying people who are doing this thing are people who do not want to do that job. Their focus is on 2029. Senator Moy is not focusing on that. He's focusing on the job that's supposed to be done. The promises he made to the people of the promises the president made to the people of Liberia, the promises he made to the people in Bong and said when you gave the vice presidency up, we will bring more to Bong County because the vice presidency was the second position that we took from Bong County. That is the essence. And it is across the country everywhere that people are also recommending. It is not a crime that Senator Moy will recommend. But the issue of imposing his will on the president to change the name, it's not the case. This name called Madam Murray is not a name that you should go to Ambassador Barker for or President Barker for to say, Madam Murray, you know what she did? No. The president knows everything the mother did.
So has it reached a point, because since this thing came out, it's going to a week or more now, is there a point that the senator is trying to console maybe Martha Morrissey, give the president the opportunity, that it will be done? Maybe you can play the role given to you as a sign that we saw in the executive mansion. Are there any kind of discussions like that ongoing?
Martha is a mature person. She has a right to be able to digest the situation ongoing. She has a right to talk to other people regarding this issue. And in due course, she can be able to make the rightful determination about the issue.
Whether to accept the assistant minister?
No, not that. Or any issue. Whether she wants to be whoever in this country, it is her prerogative, and she can just be able to talk to a few people to say how she feels about it.
So
it is not
how is this, because you're trying to make it like a campaign against the senator, how is it making him to feel?
Well, this is a system politician. Sometimes the reason I came here is because our society is so gullible. When people speak about things regarding people, if you don't come clarify, it seems like it's true. So that's the reason I'm here. It is not that he's down, he's broken. No. In politics, in public service, you expect people to talk about you. Besides, there's no tree that does not bear good fruit that people will throw stone at. No. People always go for people who are people who they see as a threat to them.
Is this causing anything to his if I may say, reputation in Bong County or his political status in the county?
Not at all. The only thing that is happening is that the people of Bong County want to know what benefit they get for voting for Barker and leaving a second role in this country. And it is on the senator and the president to do that. The senator is a leader of the county. He should be able to advocate for his people. Do you expect all the citizens of Bong to go to the executive mansion for a job? No. He is that leader who can play that role and tell the president in a respectful manner that this person worked for the process. They are qualified to serve.
So what are being Senator Moy's general feeling about this entire nomination since the inauguration?
Yeah,
I know he's your boss. Sometimes you say the leadership.
Marka
expresses himself to you guys.
No, Marka,
is he in any way disappointed in the trend of the nomination?
He got a bit disappointed when the president spoke about that. Credit to him regarding Martha's case. He did not know what was happening when the nomination, when the pronouncement was made, when the nomination came out that morning. But they have gone to the executive marshal and hearing those kind of thing. It was like, what is happening? And he did not even make any, he did not ask question. Like I said to you, it was from the EFL issue that came out that made the president to even make mention of the issue of Bong County. Nothing else. He did not ask question. So, but he just got.
Is he
what
disappointed that the trend of the discussion is going this way?
The disappointment is that why are people who took personal interest over this process, trying to make it appear like the Moy is the only person advocating, recommending people in the government? That's the disappointment. Okay. So if somebody gave their all to this process and fought in a county that had a second seat, that seat was given to somebody else, and stood up every step along the way, the first donation of a vehicle that was made to legislative staff was for Senator Moy. Several other stuff he did to keep this party together. So, do you have a different standard from a man who stood up for this party when nobody was around? Yeah, you have a different standard for individuals.
What do you mean by nobody was around?
When I say nobody was around, the party financially.
You mean Unity Party was broke?
No, Unity Party has some issues not being broke. Because, I cannot say broke, right? It has some issue. It's been in news that Unity Party headquarters were X, Y, and Z, to get away from them. So those are different issues coming up. Going through this process, everybody is the public knowledge that the party did not have money. You did not interview people where people say will not get money. Yeah,
we remember interview.
No, I follow your show, man. You interview people where people said they did not have money. When you have people who stood up for this process, gave their all to it, went to length and fought for this process, do you come by and say, why is he recommending people to work in the government?
So, there can be promotion in the sector based on performance. So, why don't the people of Bong, if I may say, because you don't want to...
When you say promotion,
I don't want to look it's only Senator Moy, but why can't the people of Bong talk to Martha Morris to take the assistant minister for administration, and maybe she will get promoted to a higher position? This is just public service. It's a recognition coming from the county and going as assistant minister. Gradually, you could be pushed up there, even to the position of minister of health. You don't know what will happen.
No, again, that decision is squarely with Martha.
To accept
the citizens of Bong are also disappointed because you know the role Martha played. If nobody knows in this country, including the president and those who are around the president, the people of Bong County are aware of the role Martha played. So they are disappointed. Even with the news coming up.
There are other people who play similar role, they have not even been named.
My brother. Mm-hmm. There are, if you got children, there are some children that you love for certain reason and some you don't love for certain reason. When people go to, I did not say Martha is the only person, but this is the case with Bong. I'm discussing a case with Bong. Martha comes from Bong. If I am supposed to recommend somebody for a job, I recommend somebody from Bong County. That is clear because we play a role. I serve as the official spokesperson.
But if you know me, you know my qualification, my competence, and you can recommend me, even though I'm not from Bong.
No, I'm coming. I'm just saying something regarding what you asked about the people of Bong County. Okay, that's where I'm going. It's not like I can also recommend somebody who is qualified.
Okay,
I'm just saying people play a role in every sector. The way the campaign was, there were people responsible for a certain sector or for a certain region. Senator, you're responsible for Bong County, even though you're national campaign manager, but you're responsible to deliver Bong. The other person, that's how the campaign was, divided. So at this point, what wrong has he done? If for any reason he's making recommendation to the president for appointment, the way people want to put it to look to make it appear like he's imposing his will, that's not the case. This issue only came up when people started raising issue of what's happening around the president.
So the takeaway here is that Senator Moy is not pressuring the president to make the change. If it is the will of the president to make any change, he should do.
He should do at his will. We want to hope that it can be done fast because the thing is, we are in a governance state.
Has the senator met the president of late since when the issue came up in different meetings they have gone for? Has he met on a particular issue? Has he met the president?
I can say whether they have met, I mean, of recent. Yeah, I can say whether they have met of recent. But of course, he's a senator. Once in a while, the president will call him and consult on certain issue, or not basically one appointment, but different policy issues. And I present it. So it's normal. But of recent, I don't know whether they have met. That I can say on this radio.
Well, if you're just joining us, this is the Truth Breakfast Show here on Truth 96.1 FM. We have with us as guest this morning the communications consultant in the office of Senator Prince Moe, Martin Lawa, here this morning. So we will take a couple of calls and have a little interaction with this discussion. Yesterday, we had Festus Tapa here on the similar issue. So today, we have Martin here this morning. So let's interact with members of the public. 0770-20257. Now, this is public discussion, public debate. Let's be saver and speak to the issue. Let's speak with this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, yes.
Good morning. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm calling from Sinye, just behind Cottington in Bon County.
Okay.
I'm kind of concerned about what is alleged that Senator Bon County has involved or is allegedly involved in trying to stop an appointment made by the president.
They didn't say so. They say he's pressurizing the president to make a decision.
What is the president in the stress or said that people the involvement of the Senator of Bon County relative to this case?
I didn't get it.
The president in the Martin can tell the Liberian people the involvement of his boyfriend who is Senator President.
But I think Martin has been explaining. Yes, he has been explaining. But just keep following. Maybe he will re-emphasize in the closing. Hello.
Good morning, Marka.
Good morning.
This is Festus Tapa.
Oh, Festus, you come by again?
This is Festus Tapa.
Okay.
Yes, I'm phoning you from Buchanan because I was watching this show live. I just want to weigh in and say this.
You don't have the luxury of time. I just gave you 1 minute as just a regular caller, please.
Okay, it sounds laughable and outward to phantom a total explanation given by the brother in studio there because he's protecting his job. Number one, President Marka lost in Bon County, so Prince Moe should not take any credit here. Number two, Marka received the highest number of voting district number 7 through the instrumentality of Representative Roger. Number three, Honorable Roger is by far educated, experienced, qualified, and competent than Martha Murray.
Have you reviewed Madam Murray's credentials?
The man is a higher one.
Credentials more than bachelor's.
Okay.
Oh, I think you say,
thank you. Let's do that. Let's do that. You hired day yesterday. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka Davis. This is Governor Moe, and I'm phoning from a PNC resident. Marka, it is so disheartening, distasteful to see people pointing fingers at Senator Moe for imposing Marka Murray to self position. It is unlogical and it has no iota of truth. Now, yes, if Cornelius Crop Cooper should be very careful in discharging of function and duties. Now, you can see that a lot of missteps on her watch. The EFSL was allowing a few days ago. Now today it's
But why are you people pointing fingers at Colina Crua when she's not a minister of state for president affairs?
I think it is because of county solidarity or ethnic solidarity. I would say that.
So she has power in the ministry compared to the minister proper?
No, yes, as I said again, I think it is because of ethnic affiliation.
Anyway, that's a point, but I really don't want to buy that argument.
Now, Marcus, listen, let me just put my point to Marcus. Now, the president is looking at Martha Morris for many sacrifices she made over the years, standing up against the Wolumina Jara and the Marvin Kusi government in Bon County. You saw the video was circulating. She stood up for a cause. She protected and defended the health workers across the country, specifically Bon County. She stood and campaigned. She was in the villages, she was in the towns and villages campaigning for the Unity Party. I think she deserved that position. Now, This is not a fight between Nima County and that of one county.
Okay.
That is why I say we understand the Nima solidarity, and we, the people of one county, will not accept that system minister position for Martha Murray.
Okay. Thank you, Chief. Thank you. You made a point. Let's do 1 minute each, please. Good morning. Morning.
Call from Boston this morning, especially in my TV.
Go ahead.
I'm listening to your Still Together, and even yesterday I listened to your Still Together. Let me just say this: we all struggle very hard for the revolution. A few other persons should not more than the repetitions of the president. And the revolution, the information provided by the people is just very scary. It just justifies why Malians have not benefited from the actual dividend for which they overwhelmingly supported the president of the Republic of Liberia. And I want to advise the president to look at the nomination process very carefully before, when time goes by, the repetitions of the president will be muddy. So I'm calling on the president right now to look in the direction of Makibi, especially.
Let other people settle that issue first. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Marka.
Good morning. Okay.
In politics, when you work, and then people see your work, the benefit are in heaven. There's every benefit. Martha Morris, I'm not important for the Martha Morris. She worked a lot. She deserves every appointment that the president will need. So you can get somebody in the back.
So you think Honorable Domadu does not deserve appointment? Where was he? He was campaigning in Nima. A staunch executive member of the Unity Party.
Why are you beginning?
That's a different thing. But the Unity Party won in the district now. So you could make a case that the Unity Party won in the district.
No, we're not winning this district.
Okay. You made your point. Let's take this caller. Good morning. Please stay away from your receiver, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Kafu M. Silla. I'm from Bon County.
Okay.
I just want to make a point. The issue of Senator Moy involvement into making Unity Party to win this for President Walker to win the presidency must be taken into consideration. He invested, he spent his time, and in fact, he recruited some of us to join and work with Madam Morris. And Madam Mother was in the trenches. She was all over the place, not only for Unity Party.
So the people that say who campaign any year I need you.
Yeah.
I didn't matter that year or need.
Yeah. But Madam Morris, I'm happy for her. If you have appointed Madam Morris to work with the Ministry of Human School, I will ask you why. But appointing her to work at the Ministry of Health, she is credible, she's competent, and she has the word to work in the interest of the Liberian people. She almost died for this cause. Even Martin from Wenshu.
All right. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Let's take this one. Good morning. The former chief of office staff, how are you? Why you noise, though? No. Former representative Jimmy Smith. Go ahead, chief.
Thank you. We are talking about politics and not in church. Politics the way not in church. For when we are there, watching as the national campaign manager, it made a head of all on him and other people away.
Who is this?
People do not want to do everywhere because it's fun. Everything that they appointed in government. Why is it that the president has to put this as well? But I also want to do that. Almost everyone been nominated or recommended by somebody. So on the way, it's all wrong. It's a political system. And number one person want to know what is that system?
So people are not questioning his either authority to recommend, but they are saying he's pressurizing the president to make a decision.
That's not true. That's not even true. That's not true.
When you see it, one thing that's done, and I'm a woman sitting with the president. If you want to want to that's fine. But why I think that is this? Because of the first connection and
Okay, thank you, Toba, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, and good morning to Marvin, to your speakers this morning. My name is Aaron Olestomo, and I call you from Kokoro Sacho Community. Yeah, the truth is that Martha Morris was one of those who worked very hard and holding on to the fact that she didn't begin to advocate for help when the balanced government was.
We're about to name partisans of the Unity Party who worked very hard in other counties across, even Maserati here. Because they are making this thing appear like Martha Morris was the only person who campaigned during the elections. But after that, her political glory.
So in how much the president sat down in his wisdom and appointed Martha Morris as a deputy minister. If anyone has to go over there to swap the niggas, give it a dead service to the president before you talk about Martha.
Yeah, so that president investigate. Okay. Oh no, we can't do this. Good morning. Good morning. Okay.
Yeah, Marka, I'm listening to your speaker, but I'm that this initial appointment was Martha as a
David
minister. Then, and somebody changed the list. Why has the president not taken action up to now? Why is the president lying in this different rules thing? I don't know what they're trying to say, that the president is trying to say. And some of us are able to see because, the government should be forced to do the work of the Liberian people. You can't have the president telling the senator if it is true. This is what I'm saying. It is true. Because at certain point we know that one of the deputy ministers was suspended. Later, the very impartial people said, no, there's no action taken against anybody. Nobody was suspended. So if you say the truth, then why is the president not taking action? Or is the president telling the senator different thing?
Well, so is the decision of the president. Good morning.
Good morning. To Professor Senator Moses Bond, call you from Boston at Lincoln's compound.
Go ahead quickly.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, let me add my voice to the previous callers who have said that there's not a fight between the Lima County and Bon County, who are a very good sisters county. But let me draw a line on us one or two issues from the steel catch here. Okay, on Roger Doma did not abandon the campaign. He went to District 7 and Unity Party won that district overwhelmingly. So to hear him say that there were other people who left the executive and went just to contest, that was very
and he was an incumbent for that matter.
Yes, so he was an incumbent. He went and he won the district. He did not win, and the Unity Party won the district. So he went there and he did well. And you understand? So my call to my man is that the young lady go and take the job. She got featured.
As assistant minister, right?
Yeah, as assistant minister. So, but and let me begin the quarter. The two sister counties are very good counties, and we are not fighting for any other thing. Thank you very much.
Okay, let me take the last call. Yes, this is the last one. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka, and good morning to the students.
Morning.
My name is Joe Banakin, and I joined you from Banga this morning, Marka.
Okay.
Let me say good morning to Martin Mavo. You see, Marka, the other counties we get the influential Senator Prince Moy to advocate that their county be on the map. The one Moy is doing for Bonkane, I think it's good. Like giving the flower while he's alive. When the president at the time, in 2017 up to 2018, under the George Manawia administration, when Bonkane, the vice presidency, we did not see that kind of unprecedented from home. So I think When being on the mark, sitting with the president. So thank God Joseph Biden had ears to listen to Senator Moy. Moy, thank you for
yeah. So Mark, I just wanted to make something clear here about analysis about Bon County. I mean, the party lost in Bon County. In 2017, the CDC got over 30,000 plus votes in Bon. In 2023, the first round, CDC, the margin between the CDC and the United Party was around 9,000. In the second round in November, the margin dropped to 5,000. Had the margin remained the way it was or triple, because I'm telling you, in Bon County, there was a serious fight. More than any other county we're talking about here. Because the vice president came from there and there were some ministers from there. They have more than 150 motorbikes. We don't have one motorbike. They have 5 pickups. We have 1. So when somebody when people trying to analyze the political field, they should understand how it's being analyzed. They should understand where they're coming from. Bon County was the one that stopped the CDC government from being re-elected because of the way we suppressed the vote in Bon County.
So what the people of Nima would say?
No, I'm coming. On the issue of Nima, let's not mix the issue of Nima with Bon. Nima had every reason. Had it been Nima to have the vice president, it wasn't going to be possible to take it from there. It wasn't going to be possible. But Bon had it. We saw a future in President Marka to change this country. We stood up and said it is not about the position. It is about what we can get when we elect the president, President Marka. So when people talk about, when massively dragged, they don't understand political calculation. The vote that was suppressed. If CDC had gotten 120,000 votes or more than us, then we're talking about different thing today. The party won with 20,000+ votes. So if they are high, if CDC had gotten 100,000+ votes in Bon County, what we're sitting today, we're not talking about the issue. So they don't understand the role that people play in this process. 30 seconds to close this. What I want to say is that when people who are around the presidency, who are being appointed to a position and are father also appointed to the same position, they don't see that as an issue. But they see somebody recommending a senator who fought for this person recommending people as an issue. When they sit there and tell people that they are trying to push that trouble people there to government, this is not good.
We have no record on that.
No, you don't have record. I don't want to say it. This is not good. The presidency is a very responsible area, and people who are around that area should be very responsible enough in doing things. You cannot be going when decisions are made, you change it. And on the issue of people asking why the president taking decision, why I say that
who are authority to change the president's decision?
Okay, so if we say that, that's your question for you to answer. It is the president's right now to be able to take steps on people who are doing these things. Altering document is a crime. It's a crime. You should not be doing that.
Maybe it's not even established that anybody changed anything.
So why the president would say that? Why at this point there's nothing about confirmation?
You are just quoting the president.
No, why at this point
there's no public record that the president told
senators. It is a public record
that the president told senators
from reliable sources. For some people who are in the corridors, in the corridors of the Liberian Senate. Let me tell you something, Marka. You might want to, play a devil advocate role, in the process right now. But what I'm telling you is that when people go to a process, this government has come to be able to lead the Liberian people. It's governance time, and people who are trying to now build ambition for 2029 should rest.
Why are they pointing at 2029? Are they thinking that Senator Moy is also bidding up for 2029?
I'll just give a
because yesterday Festa mentioned that Senator Moy is bidding up for 2029.
So if it's here for a manifesto who was hired to come here and speak, he's talking about.
Were you also hired?
I work for Senator Moy.
So you don't know.
I work for Senator Moy.
Festa
is one man who
that's the Festa character.
And he called here.
So close the
This is a man who is calling and talking about when the president gives job to people, political appointment is not based on degree. It is based on what the president sees in that person, what the president can do. Besides, Marka is well qualified and experienced in the sector. If you brought Marka to the studio and Roger, I'm coming. If you brought Marka to the studio and Roger, and you hear from healthcare workers, they will prefer Marka over Duma any day. any day
Yeah, but if
in the sector.
if you said administrators in the house, they would prefer.
Let me give you a history quickly before I leave you. Yeah?
We don't have the time.
No, I know. It's not long, right? It's not long. It's not long.
15 seconds.
One of the best ministers we ever had in this country at the Ministry of Health was a nurse, Major Marta Sendoro Bennett. She was one of those who even established the issue of county health thing. So when you have I'm just giving a scenario. No, I'm trying to disabuse the minds of people who feel like having a master's degree in administration, because Mother does not have a degree in administration, means that she can serve that role.
Okay, well, folks,
it is misleading.
Mr. Lawal, thank you so much.
So I want to thank you for having us. We have come with focusing on the process and we work with people across the country besides Bond County. These people depend on him. He's not pushing his will on the president, but the president will not be able to see people who should be placed in position, people who work for the president, people who are qualified to serve. It is another and other leaders who are also recommending people who will say, Mr. President, this person did X, Y, and Z. The person did this for the process. So it will be on the president now to be able to look at those recommendations.
Political discussion will always raise, bigger.
Yeah, thank you.
But thank you. You have a nice power with the program of the president.
Yeah, the president. Yeah.
That is great. Yeah. Well, Martin Lawal, communications consultant to the office of Senator Prince Moy, has been our guest here this morning. Thanks ever so much for following us on the TBS this morning. We'll be here tomorrow again with another edition of the show. Marka Davis, O'Neill Roberts, Arthur Bola, who have been here on the show this morning. Bye-bye. Have yourself a wonderful Tuesday.